Number 10.
The Monogatari series is all about communication, particularly what we choose to communicate, and then how our secrets or traumas affect our relationships. Mostly it's about communication, as the majority of every episode is stages of a long, aside-filled, joke-filled conversation that try to get to the heart of a mystery of a character's problem. Problems are often solved by introspection, support of other people, and some sort of sacrifice, which said sacrifice has further consequences. It is really neat and funny, and has the best girl, Senjugahara.
What's that? Yeah, the video is gonna be top 10 anime from the last 5 years. You get the script? What do you mean you started already? It's going right now? What? It can't go right.
This is gonna be my victory dance for Darling and the Franxx. I was right! I was right about its theme, and the show's meaning, and what it was saying, and I was right before video 6. I had to wait for video 6 just to make sure that everything was okay. That was back when all the fools like Best Guy Ever and Explanation Point were wrong and talking about how the show isn't about anything. Idiots. Me. I was
right.
The show is very much so about change, acceptance, influence, and upbringing. The influence of bad habits from previous generations, and the damage of denying sex ed while whitewashing and censoring the history is a clear, literal danger in this episode, and shows how much trouble everyone goes through trying to relearn everything. The show is a damning critique of stasis, entropy, tradition, or conservatism. Darling Franxx is fantastic. You can check out my video where I go in depth. Where's all the camera? What do you mean top 10 lists don't need introductions?
Here.
Dimension W is the tipper that this is more than just a top 10 anime list, based off some arbitrary score aspects, then aggregated and voted on by popularity or blah, 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 blah. This is a top 10 list of anime that are great because they have something to say. And my criteria for it is most of them are kinda unique in how they do it. Dimension W is about the ghosts that make our everyday conveniences work. Look up any famous historic building and check out that casualty count. Koyama has seen the horrors of dimensional power firsthand, and just wants to wreck it. Like the Doot Marine. Doot Marine. Episodes explore the sometimes literal ghosts left by accidents and experiments in the name of everlasting energy. The state and private companies are complacent in these actions and cover them up. Dimension W does not ask how much sacrifice is necessary for our way of life, but states that the people that benefit most will not let the public have enough information to even ask that question. Nervous. Konosuba is great because it is all about losers trying hard and forming friendships while being awful people. It is funny, sexy, and surprising. The characters are greedy and selfish, but often succeed by seeing the value in each other and settling for lesser terms of success. Instead of fighting the big boss, do we have a way to trick him or capture him? Is there a weakness we can exploit? Do we have to sword fight our way through? In this sense, it feels much more real than other shows that aim for total victory and always have perfect teamwork, or perfect teamwork when it comes to gaining victory. Konosuba settles for good enough, and then goes home to knock back a cold one. It is a better example of cooperation than many shows that show competent characters, because those competent characters don't ring true of real life. Sure, you might be okay at something, and good, but there's lots of places where we make mistakes, and no one is as specialized as we see in fiction. Konosuba embraces this with their characters, and that's why it's fantastic, to show what the power of regular, dumb people are.
Have I worn this shirt in a video before?
Yes.
You've heard that Kill la Kill is all about fashion and fascism, and how close those words are to each other. Digibro talked about this in his video, so I'm not gonna have a lot to say more than that, but I'm gonna try. Instead, I'm just gonna focus on the tactics of defeating fascism. Everything is great about this show. You can't fight fascism within the system. To take it down, you need direct action and violence when it is necessary, and to retreat when it's necessary, because fascism only understands power. You need to gather allies by helping people and standing strong with your convictions, because the ultimate implication of fascism is not peace, but to destroy us with perpetual war, ever dividing ourselves and ever finding new enemies to murder. I'm hot. My throat's parched. Can I brush my teeth? Should we wait for the neighbor's baby to stop crying?
Yeah.
Hiroaka is about influence, expectations, competition, and cooperation, and picking your career as a child. The fights are cool and interesting. Every power is presented as a puzzle to be solved by the combination of heroes' powers being used in inventive ways, and is helped by a pretty good use of suspense. It takes a wide approach to its themes, and is sure to keep the world deep, with issues murky enough so that you know the world is a little bit wrong, even if there are good guys and bad guys. Question is, how are they gonna fix the system? Do we explain that, like, this is gonna be a weird list? It's not like a weird Watch Mojo top 10, it actually has thought put into it about, like, what the shows mean?
Oh, for month.
One Punch! One Punch Man. One Punch Man, though lauded for its over-the-top violence and comedy, is about connecting to mankind and how important that connection is, how filling and meaningful a community can be, how friends give flavor to an otherwise dull existence full of working and buying food. The beginning of the show has Saitama's dream of being a near-extinction level event that kills millions of people, but gives him a good fight. And that's when he comes alive and is the most characteristically into the fight, most excited, most alive. Even though all the people around him are gone. He doesn't even notice when all of his neighbors move away because his neighborhood is too dangerous. Yet, Saitama's connection to his friends and other heroes is what keeps him, perhaps, from destroying the world himself. It is actually neat and funny to see the different characters play off one another, and gawk at what a blank slate Saitama is. So, are we going to explain how you're like a weird devil demon thing from the Black Lodge that haunts my videos and speaks backwards? We're not going to explain that. We've never explained that. Devilman Crybaby. Devilman! Of course, I've already made videos on the best anime here. They're the best. Devilman Crybaby is about the importance of empathy. It works to humanize monsters and punishes those that cause pain. Looking down on poor people, refugees, immigrants, and punky teenagers is the text of the show. Crying has the most universal sign of empathy, crying for someone else's pain. If you've lost someone in your family, and you tell your friend and they tear up for you, they are feeling a connection that is more than most people. You need to cherish that friend and that connection. Of course, I go more in depth in the video. Check it out! I just really feel like I'm over-focused on hygiene right now to start working. I don't know. Oh crap, hi mom. No, the oh crap isn't for you. I'm trying to... Devil is a part-timer. This is my favorite anime. My bias only brings it up to number 2. The whole joke of Devil is a part-timer is a powerful, world-conquering, supreme evil being working in a Mick job. We laugh because we laugh at everyone who works at McDonald's or fast food. We sneer at anyone who thinks they should be paid a living wage for flipping burgers. This show is comforting because Mao kinda succeeds despite his job. He supports himself, his hetero life mate, and a dependent with the wages from flipping burgers. This is a dream of capitalism. This is the lie of capitalism, that if you work hard enough, you can do anything and move anywhere, even taking a job at McDonald's and conquering the world. This show does its best not to question that dream, as all of Mao's supernatural powers are used to deal with otherworldly obstacles that have nothing to do with his job. And it's funny, and we shake our heads, and we watch the show for comfort, because we know that that dream is a lie. Okay, I think I can deal with that. What number are we on? Number 1?
Number 1. Gargantua on the Verdurous Planet. Jeez, I should just said in Japanese.
Gargantua is a beautiful show. Easygoing in places and celebrating aspects of life and community, this show is a joy to watch. I make sure to rewatch it with every major person in my life who hasn't seen it. I once thought that it was about a boy dealing with PTSD after being separated from his militaristic life where he took orders and had clear goals and objectives. But because of recent events, I've recognized it as a fascist soldier who slowly sees the contradiction and lies of his programmed world. His mech is literally programmed with the rules of his previous existence, which was only to kill monsters in space. On Earth, he sees that those monsters were really human all along, and how the number one rule of protecting mankind was a contradiction. He learns the meaning, and this lesson is slowly brought to him as he struggles through the world until his final challenge of the show is an enemy that has the same power of him. Instead of following the rules that the fascist life dictated to them, their final boss follows the meaning of it. It subjugates mankind, disposing of those that are deemed useless, in order to destroy enemies with an efficient force. Gargantua is a show about watching a person reject fascism, and that's why it's just like fantastic. Man, there was hardly any of my face in this video. Thanks for watching. I'm the Sugar Ray. I do video essays and vlogs, all hopefully with a point. Like this video, give me a like. If you have a favorite show that you thought should have been on the top 10 list, go ahead, put it in the comments and put your reasoning for it and what that show says. But take a look around first. If someone else already posted your show in the comment and gave a good reason, maybe you want to talk to them a bit, or even talk to me. I look forward to some good conversations down below. There's also good conversations going on in Patreon, where I put everything I do. It's very record. Prizes, I have letters to send you, I have neat things for you to read, I have fiction, so much fiction. We talk about books, and just go check out the tiers, it's lots of fun. And of course subscribe, because I need subscribers so I feel better about myself. You know, all the YouTube things. Now that you have a taste for overall what I like about anime, you can check out one of my other anime lists. Like I talk about 18F, or Darling in the Franxx, or anything. This should be part of there should be a playlist appearing, maybe here. But I also make regular video essays about movies and random topics like this one. And then also I have the Patreon. Check out that Patreon. Thanks for watching. Hugs!